doing this morning? It's your boy Dopus Braden back at you. But how are you guys doing this morning? I see Gavin gave Brian Deegan a three-wheeler, so I guess we're going to be watching Shred 80 today. A little bit of Shred 80. Sorry the lighting's not real good in here, but if I turn that light on behind me up there, it's gonna be annoyingly bad and you guys won't be able to see. So, well, I officially broke my phone. You can see there's a line right up here. Oh crap. Oh well. Not a big deal. I'm not too worried. But like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification bells. If you guys haven't seen my last couple of videos I've created over the weekend, if you haven't seen the weekend videos, go check out the weekend videos. I went over to my grandparents. My girlfriend was asking me when, and everybody was asking me when I'm going to get a video in of me riding my snowmobile. Well, I decided to go over there and ride snowmobile, so yeah. But as you guys can see, I got a haircut. Well, don't worry about it because after the first of the year, I'm getting my mom's 14 Pro Max. So I'm not too worried. And so don't worry about me. It's not that bad. My phone isn't fogged. The screen and everything is perfectly fine. It's just a little bit of the discoloration on the screen on the top there. There's like a line. I don't know if that's permanent or what. Or if YouTube's just being dumb and doesn't allow me to have my screen sideways. Maybe that's why it's doing what it's doing, but I'm not too worried. I don't know if I told you this, but this cart was not hitting at all. Because it was overfilled. See, now it's not overfilled. It's got to be to that level order for it to not be overfilled with a 1 gram. And it's weird, but if you put way too much oil in it and you fill it to the tippy top like everybody wants, you know what? A lot of times you won't. It'll clog the first half gram there. The first half gram. Well, no, I shouldn't even say half gram. The first little bit is going to be. You're going to have a clogged cart. But it's past the clogging point now. So for now, anyway, until I get down to the last little bit of the oil. But for now, we're done with the clogging part. So, I mean, once it clogs, I can unclog it, and it won't keep clogging. Nah, you won't have issues with it. You know what? It's the user. It's not the device. It's the user, I think. But Faith, I'm not gonna yell at you. Holy shit, I'm out of breath this morning. Well, I had some spicy stuff yesterday, so that doesn't help. I'm just trying to calm my body back down again. And people say that marijuana is not a miracle drug. Well, golly, for people to say it's not a miracle drug and to say it's they want to reclassify weed now. I heard they want to reclassify, and I'm going to bring this up because you guys should all know this. You guys have probably seen and probably heard all over YouTube, if you guys are weed smokers and you guys follow weed content, you guys will know that Trump was getting ready to reschedule marijuana yesterday. Not saying he's going to make it fully legal, because he's not going to make it probably fully legal, and it probably will never be fully legal, but just know that Trump wants all this. Trump's the reason why. Trump's the reason why hemp was legal in the first place. Mitch McConnell is the reason why it's getting banned. But now I don't know what's happening there because I know yesterday they put fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. That's what they classified fentanyl as, is a weapon of mass destruction. And they say it's far worse than a bomb. Right. But marijuana is good for you in small amounts. But for you, Faith, you can't even have it because you have seizures and anxiety attacks and panic attacks. So it's like you can't have it, which is sad because you can't have the good herb, the good herb. Now they're trying to make marijuana, and they're trying to schedule marijuana as a class 3 misdemeanor or class 3 drug, meaning they're putting it in the category of ketamine and other opioids that like your some of your opioids that the doctors give you and stuff like that. That's where how marijuana is going to be classified now. Yes, hemp is federally banned. Do I think it's going away? We don't know yet at this point. We all I can tell you is that marijuana is not going anywhere. The legal side of it's not going anywhere. So if you're in a legal state, where marijuana is legal, you'll be able to smoke your marijuana yet. It's not affecting you. It's the only people it's affecting is the hemp industry and the people that can't get marijuana because they're not in a legal state. That's where the issue lies in. And now we have to go back and now think of this. Now we have to go back to the sketchy market, which some people don't want to go back to the sketchy market of going to your plug or going to your local grower and getting shitty weed and paying shit for shitty weed and all this and that. Nobody wants to go to a dispensary. Nobody wants to do this. Everybody just wants to get it shipped to their door and not have the hassle of a guard at a dispensary or somebody telling you you're buying too much, this or that. You know what I'm saying? Getting taxed out of the ass. It's like now you have a loophole. Now we have to try to figure it out because right now we are looking at a full federal ban on hemp. So like your THCA, your Delta 8, all of that stuff is going away. You won't be able to buy it after next year, next November. Come next November, you won't be able to buy it. Whether they go through with it, I know they've always been talking about reclassifying, but they never really followed through with it. I wonder if they'll follow through with it in this administration. I'm pretty sure they will, which is sad. Because look at the bill. Hopefully, and this is what Dope as Yola said, and don't quote me on this, but he seems to think that they're gonna reclassify it. But when they reclassify, somebody's got to come up with some money. And if we can come up as a community, as a hemp industry, what we really should be doing, and what I would like to see from all different hemp industries in the United States, I would like everybody to get together, throw as much money into a pot as possible to try to get it so it's not banned. How that works, I don't know. How that would look, I don't know. But somebody's got to come up with millions. Like somebody said, probably you got to come up with a petition, and you have to present something. And I would present like $2 million. Somebody's got to keep this going. We cannot have no THC in this state. We gotta be able to have THC in this country. somebody out there who created THCA got rich. Okay, now, now with this industry, with the hemp industry, how much of that do you guys think? How much of that do you guys and if you guys think it's big pharma, they're not worried about your health or whatever. They don't fucking care. Big pharma doesn't care about your health. So if you guys say it's big pharma coming in and taking over, they don't care about your health. That's why this is still legal because if big pharma was trying to crack down on this, you know what? They're not. They don't care about your health. Big pharma does not care about your health. They're more worried about making money. So to see this go is a big blow to them. There's only they only wanted a Schedule 3, I think, so they can do more research on it. Not saying that it's going to be federally legal for everybody. No, they just want to make it more affordable and more open to more research on the drugs. It, with the rescheduling, is all it amounts to. It's not like weed's going away. It's not like you have to freak out. No, it's just now where we're going back to having everything illegal and only having certain states legalizing marijuana. And why Wisconsin can't get on the ball and legalize marijuana is beyond me. Because look at, you got Minnesota, Michigan, and then you got Illinois, Iowa, then you got Ohio with some medical. It's like, okay, where do we go now? We got to legalize it sometime here in Wisconsin. We can't just live under a rock and think and keep losing money. We got to bring money into this state, and bringing money into this state would mean legalizing marijuana. Because look at all the people, and I know a lot of people in my town that go up to Michigan, a lot, and I know a lot of people that go over to Illinois too. I know a lot of people that go over to Minnesota too. It's insane how much money we are losing. Because think about it, Michigan's not that far for people that are right in the middle of Wisconsin. Michigan's not far for people up in the north. Minnesota's not far for people in the west. In the south is Illinois, and in the east of Wisconsin is still Michigan. So tell me where how that all works, because you know what? We can get it from three different states. Three as of right now: Michigan, Minnesota, and Illinois. Or you can make the 4-hour drive. I think Iowa has medical. I'm not sure on that legality yet. I know they're not. I don't know what they all have, but I don't know if they are a medical state or not. I know they're not recreational. There's very few states that actually are recreational. Not saying there's not states that aren't recreational plus medical, but everybody needs to get on the ball. We need to get on the ball and start. I don't want to say legalizing marijuana federally, but then again, I don't. But I would like to leave it up to the states. So I don't want to leave it up to the federal government to legalize marijuana and to be a big part of giving us marijuana. That is one thing I do not want, is for them to regulate the marijuana industry. Like, I don't mind you guys regulating the marijuana industry. It's when you go after some of these companies that aren't really doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? But they're doing it right. But you guys are, because they're a big player in the game, you guys want to knock them off and make them fall hard. And they say that these are all scams and this and that. No, this was not all a scam. You know, this was more towards the people that that don't smoke. Like they just now yesterday or the day before they legalized a bill to put fentanyl as and they put fentanyl as the worst of the worst, even worse than a bomb. They said they classify and I don't think that Trump wants marijuana and that to go away. What's going to happen is he's going to clean up all these streets, and there's going to be a lot of reclassifying with these drugs and all this. But marijuana is always going to be legal, and you'll always be able, I think, to access marijuana. I don't think you'll ever have to worry in this country since now we have growers and we have all this stuff. Now, I don't think marijuana is going away. Just what's going to happen now? You see with all this hemp industry stuff, how much of this is going to get put into the black market, and now for me, it's going to be interesting to see, because now in Wisconsin, we don't have marijuana legalized. So after next year in November, I won't be able to smoke. I'll have to try to find dealers and stuff to try to get it from. So this will be real fun, and I don't want to have to go through that, but yeah. So I'm taking this good herb right here, this plant right here, and cherishing it is for as long as I can. Because after next year, hemp is getting banned. And they say it's all been a scam. I don't know. It's not. There's people say there's no medicinal, but some people will tell you there's no medicinal benefits to it. The hell there isn't. Then tell me why when I'm sick, tell me why when I'm sick, I could go hit a little bit of this and take one rip of this and be just fine. Tell me it's not a miracle drug. Yes, for some people abuse it. That's where it's not a medicinal benefit. But for me, it's a medicinal benefit. I see the benefits in it. Some people may not see the benefits in it. But now, do I encourage somebody that hasn't already started to start? No. I do not encourage somebody that doesn't already smoke to smoke it. If I were you and you haven't started yet, I would tell you right here and right now, I would tell you to not smoke or to not vape. If you were smart and you have an addictive personality, like if it runs in your family, do not start smoking and do not start smoking weed. You will not be able to stop. It's very hard if you have addictive personality and you come from an addictive parent that abuses alcohol and certain things like that. If you have a parent that already does that and you want to start smoking vapes and start smoking weed, I highly encourage you not to. You will be in the position I am in right now. I'm not saying these are bad, and I'm not saying these are good for you either. I'm telling you, if you have not started vaping, do not start vaping, and do not start smoking weed or taking edibles. Do not fall down that rabbit hole. I started up when there was shit on the market. When the hemp industry first started up and carts were just starting to be a thing, I kid you not, some of that shit was so bad, like so bad. I ended up in the hospital for a while there because there was some bad runs. There was a bad run when it first started up, when the hemp industry first started up. Let me tell you, back in 2000, was it 18? Whenever the Farm Bill first came about, after that, they started implementing carts for the next 2 to 3 years, and the market was shit. I will just say there was like 1 or 2 brands doing it right back then. Not very many. And I'll tell you right here and right now that some of the oil in those carts, you could literally move it. You could literally move it up and down, and it was sliding so easy. I was like, this stuff is horrible. How are you guys smoking this shit? And all of a sudden, we started getting better and better and better. We started getting more better batteries. We started seeing this is okay. And you guys know all the smoking products and all the devices that are out there all got started because of the hemp industry. The hemp industry boomed. The cart brand makers that were doing it for the legal brands, we're seeing a push in to have them in because it's the same thing. Okay, so marijuana and THCA are the same exact thing. Now, when somebody says that Delta 9 in the hemp industry is also marijuana, they aren't wrong, but that is still synthetically made, though. That Delta 9 is still synthetically made. THCA is found in a lot of the weed plants, and there's more trace amounts of THCA than Delta 9 in actual THC. Yes, don't quote me on that, but you harvest THCA 2 weeks earlier than you would with normal weed. Now THCA is just normal weed, just harvested 2 weeks early. Don't get that misconstrued. You can sell it. So THCA is just regular THC. The only difference is it's harvested 2 weeks early, and the only reason they can get it through the legal market is because you can get it tested, and it'll test under 0.3 before it's burned and smoked. But when it's smoked, it's regular THC. So basically saying it's just regular THC. But now you look at Delta 8, THCO, HHC, some of those other variants. Hell no. Hell no, they're not from the real plant. THCA and Delta 9 are pretty much the only two compounds in the hemp industry that are found in actual weed plants, and a lot of weed plants. And that I can tell you that some of the products out on the market that are THCA and D8 or D9, I'll tell you right here and right now, a lot of that is just regular weed. And I'll tell you that right here and right now. Do the research. Do your research. I've done my research. That's why I stick away. That's why I don't. I did away with Delta 8, THCO, and some of those other variants because they make you sick because they're synthetically made. Now with THCA, it's not synthetically made. There's a gray legal area in that. Some people say it might be regular weed. Some people just say it's regular weed all day. But it all depends on how it's grown and because all of this is regular weed, okay? There's all this is regular weed, okay? It's just how is it growing and how long do they cure it for and just everything else. And the marijuana where we're getting in the hemp industry isn't Delta 8, isn't all that. You know what it is? It's just regular weed. It's just the dirt of the dirt that nobody wants to smoke because it won't even get you high. There's no difference between a male plant and a female plant. You need to have a male plant in order to produce seeds, I believe. I don't know. And I hear that seeds are now going to be illegal to ship now too. So I have no idea what's going to happen in this hemp industry. I can just tell you right here and right now, buy it up while you can. Buy it up while you can. I'm telling you this right here and right now. by next November or October. It's either October or November of next year. Be on the lookout for hemp and all that stuff to get banned. And that's like a huge industry. That's like a $30 billion industry. It's like, holy man. It's a huge industry and look at all the lives, look at all the people. Where are we gonna there's 300 million, there's 300,000, 300 million people without jobs. It's like 300 some thousand people without jobs coming next year. Like, bruh, that is insane. I still cannot believe that by next year, by next October or November, hemp's gonna be federally banned. I guess I can't be mad about it. Like Dope as Yola said, you can't look at it as you were gonna make money in this industry because all in all, we had a good run. Look at it this way. Don't be negative about it and be like, oh, blah, 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 oh, this is getting banned. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Look at it this way. Where in any other country can you just freely get THC or drugs sent to you? Name a country you can get just drugs sent to you legally. There isn't. Take it as you weren't gonna make you. I don't know, but we had a good run, and if it comes down to it, and hemp gets banned, I guess it gets banned. I guess we had a good run with it, and I guess it's gonna suck for me because I'm gonna have to shift my YouTube, but I guess we to be able to get stuff shipped to your door for as long as we did is insane. So to sit here and be mad that we're not going to have hemp or any of that anymore, yeah, it's going to be sad. But look at it this way: we had a good run. It's not like we're sitting here. Yeah, we wanted to make money. Yeah, we wanted to do this. Yeah, you guys think it's maybe a big pharma, this and that. But, oh no, it's not like you have to. I don't know, it's sad, but hey, it's the world we live in. Will I be a little upset? Maybe, but am I gonna lose sleep over it? No. I'll just go to the black market stuff and start buying off of the black market. Somehow I'm gonna have to buy off of the dark web, and my girl's gonna have to try to figure out how to work the dark web so I can so she can probably get me stuff off of the dark web, but get me weed products off of the dark web. But without further ado, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a YouTube live stream or a YouTube short. Until then, this has been a Dope as Braden live stream. Until then, bye!